And here we go. Happy 4th of July for Americans out there. Long weekend. I work tomorrow because I'm out early. So yeah. Hey Mark, Thomas Price, what's up, dude? What did I think about the Djokovic match? I actually wasn't able to watch any of the Wimbledon matches. I want to watch what the hell happened with Tsitsipas and Kyrgios. Apparently it was like a circus show. I've been teaching all day today. I taught 4 hours today. Anonymous internet man, well done, mate. Yeah, thanks. I'm assuming you're talking about me versus Dill. Yeah, I feel very fortunate that I could I was able to raise my game in the second and third set. Felipe Rodriguez, what's up, dude? Good evening, Mark. Happy 4th, happy 3rd, happy 4th tomorrow. Kevin Schmidt. So I'm actually stringing Kevin Schmidt's racket. He bought these rackets for me, so I'm stringing it and giving it to him either Monday or Tuesday because he's got a match on Wednesday. Kevin, dude, what's up, man? Kyrgios Tsitsipas was a shit show in the best way. Yeah, that's the type of matches I like to see. That's definitely the matches I want to see, like in my TV, having a beer or two. The match was a joke. Kyrgios is getting hard to like when he acts like. Was he that bad, even for Kyrgios' standards? Thoughts on the new E-Zone 98? Kermatic. Let me link it something to you. I actually reviewed it. I did review it. Where is it? Library? Home? Where's my videos? The new E-Zone 98. Let's just say, not that big of a fan. Not that big of a fan. Sure, link. And then the second one is going to be a comparison. The first one is the E-Zone 98 2022 actual review. The second link I sent is the comparison of the 2018, which is this one, the 2020, and the 2022. Like, which one is the best for what? It was bad. Oh man, I want to watch it now. Disinfect? No. I'll spit on it. Is that okay, Kevin? Tsitsipas call Kyrgios evil and bully. Whatever. It's a sport. Play the sport. I think Novak will win. If it's between Novak and Nadal, I think Novak will win on grass, at least at Wimbledon this year. I really want Nick Kyrgios to win the entire thing. So bad. That would be amazing. You're getting the Tier 1 Black Knight, the one that you're hitting with Kevin Schmidt on yesterday. Thomas Price, when do you think Federer will return? I think Federer will return in 2023, Australian Open. Good evening, Trung. I didn't watch it. I want to watch it. I haven't watched the Tsitsipas Stefanos match. Sorry, the Tsitsipas Kyrgios match. Eric Fan, good budget under $7 for soft cold poly. Try the ISO Speed baseline control or the ISO Speed cream, I think. Do I coach tennis? Yeah, I coach part-time about 15 hours a week during the outdoor season, only about 3 or 4 hours a week during the indoor season. Sup, Trung? So you're saying that you want to share that you had a sore forearm, right? Not the forearm was sore for you 3 months after playing the EZO 98. That's about the same time frame I started developing problems. You put 8 grams of lead on the frame. I guarantee. Try this. Try the without the lead tape. See if you still have a sore arm. I think you will. You still will. What's up, Wasabi? Steph just posted with a caption that's one of Kig's tattoos. He's salty. Oh man. Tsitsipas sometimes acts like an untitled brat as the victim, but hey, it's good for the sport more. It's dramatics, dude. I really don't care what happens outside the court. Just fucking play tennis, honestly. You say that Brandon Nakashima will beat Kyrgios. Thomas Price, I think that's a hot take. I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, Kyrgios is a bad boy of tennis. I don't think Tsitsipas is a... I think Tsitsipas is a little... This is my opinion. I wonder if Stefanos Tsitsipas is watching this. From what I've seen, I don't think Stefanos Tsitsipas is anywhere near the bad boy of tennis. I think he's kind of a little bitch. I think Daniel Medvedev is more of a bad boy of tennis than Tsitsipas. I think it's Kyrgios' top tier bad boy. Wasabi, is that my E-Zone? This is the E-Zone that I'm selling to Kevin Schmidt, who's on this chat right now, or at least he was. Am I going to switch to Angel? I'm writing the script for the Angel review. I just did the B-roll today before this live stream after I stopped coaching for the day. I'll write the script tonight. I'll see if I can record it tonight. No promises because I'm super tired. But the Angel review should be up by Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at the latest. Felipe Rodriguez, hey, that's a video idea list of bad boys in tennis. Maybe I should do that on a Tuesday live stream if I don't have any rackets to string. I wouldn't mind doing that. I think there is almost 0% chance that Nakashima beats Kyrgios in this Wimbledon. Benoit Paire is not. He's a bad boy of tennis. He's not the original. I'll tell you that. I will say Bernard Tomic is one of the originals. What's up, Ian Westerman? What's up, man? Everybody say hi to Ian from Essential Tennis and Real Tennis. If you guys haven't already, do me a favor, subscribe to Real Tennis and also hit that like button. There's 23 of you guys here, and I only have like 5 likes. Smash that like button, guys. It's good for the tennis community. And your mom told you so. What are the thoughts on Berrettini missing Wimbledon after win back-to-back titles in grass? It's unfortunate, but you know, given the country's stance on the pandemic, it's part of life. So you just got to bounce back, right? Berrettini was looking good for him. He had an ab issue, right, in the beginning part of 2022. Bounced back pretty strong, but unfortunately, he caught the pandemic. Thomas Price, have I read the Fabio Fognini memoir? I didn't even know Fabio Fognini can like write, let alone like speak in any language besides this. He really has a memoir? Eric Fan, Mark Sansa, what grip size do you use, and what is the difference between 4 1/4 and 4 3/8? You currently use 4 3/8, but I'm thinking about switching. I personally use 4 1/4, which is L2, which is one below the standard of 4 3/8, which is L3. I personally feel like a slightly smaller grip, because I slightly have small hands. Not that small. It makes the racket feel like it moves quicker through the air with less effort. Oh, Ian, you're going to be proud of me. I had Chipotle for dinner today. By the way, Mark, please don't get offended. What do you think of the model minority? What's a model minority stereotype? Never heard of that. Do you think John Isner is the new face of American tennis? No, I think Nakashima is. Oh, Brian, what's up, dude? Join stream. Dirty joke 2 seconds later. Sigh. Yeah. I mean, what are you here for other than that, Brian? You're only here to ban Kevin. All right. BK16 versus 18. I've never tried the 18. I try to stick to 16 if I can. Mark, can you make mod so I could ban? Ian Westerman was from Wasabi. Nice to hear that. I've never had such a bad injury, but it really helps me to hang from a bar every day for at least 20 seconds. That's a rotator cuff in the right position. All right. Strong flex, but okay. Rona, K. Albudo. Hello, Mark. It's taking you forever stringing. Look at these comments. Yeah, I like to take my time and engage with you guys. That's what I'm here for. You think Nakashima is the face of American tennis? Well, I mean, I don't know who the face of American tennis is. And can you really put a face, one person's like face on an international sport? It's kind of hard to do. I mean, you could say Federer is a face of Swiss tennis, and he will be until the day he dies, but I guess America's just a little bit different because we don't have a champion like that. Yep, and I've been hanging for a few weeks. Did 3 of them today. Nice. Couldn't hang without significant pain until about 3 weeks ago. Is stringing relaxing for you, Mark? Says Christian. Yeah, it does. It's therapeutic, kind of like booze. Thomas Price, the model minority stereotypes that Asian Americans are a sexual minority compared to other minorities. I never had to live up to any stereotype other than the standards I've set for myself as an individual. So I don't care what other people expect from me just because of my ethnicity, if that makes any sense. Probably Fritz right now. Well, who's the number 1 ranked American now, right? I guess that's the best, most objective way to put it in without emotion, right? Metrics. Let's take a look at this. I'm actually curious about this. Brio. Top-ranked American. Not Medvedev. Yep, Taylor Fritz, by this metric, is the face of American tennis. No questions asked, based on that metric. So, there you go. Random question. You mentioned something about Epic Software Company on a stream a while ago. Can't remember if it was good or bad. I was looking at a job from there. Also, Fritz is number 1, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Fritz is number 1. Epic Software Company is... the best way I can put it, it's like the Google of the Midwest or the Facebook of the Midwest. You know, it's like a FANG of the Midwest. They have a monopoly on medical software. So if I were to visit a doctor's office in the Midwest, the doctor's office is probably going to use some sort of Epic software. system to record my appointment, to record notes, stuff like that. From what I heard with software engineers that have previously worked there and currently work there, they work you to the ground, but they pay pretty well. And they have a sabbatical where if you last there 5 years, you and a +1 get an all expense paid for plus your salary anywhere in the world for 1 month. So they definitely try to grind you to the ground so they don't have to pay you that 1 month sabbatical at 5 years. That's what I heard. I would never work for Epic Software. How long did it take me to recover from my match with Dill? I was actually fine the next day. I didn't I was almost cramping, but I didn't fully cramp. It was like tweaking hardcore. And that last point, that match point, it was pretty epic, to be honest. I almost celebrated too early. That's when like it kind of seized up, but it wasn't like a full cramp. So if you see the post-match interview, it should release tomorrow, if not on Tuesday. You're gonna see me kind of move around. I think it was my right calf, if I recall. I was actually fine. I was a little bit sore the next day, but I was able to be fully functioning the next day. Have I checked out Ilya Marchenko YouTube channel's Ukrainian tennis player? Yeah, Ilya Marchenko actually commented on my what's in my tennis bag video. Really cool guy. Hopefully he's doing well. What is the string tool on the mains? It's called Stringweaver. I know it showed off a video a while ago. Joffrey Foster was called Stringweaver. Also, just watched the match with Dill. You had a monster performance in the second set. Yeah, I was actually like, Dill is a friend of mine. I would almost consider him like a good friend of mine, just because he was willing to reach out to me and connect and play tennis twice in Wisconsin over the past 7 or 8 months. I felt bad because he traveled here and I obviously had home field advantage on top of the environment, on top of just everything being conveniently located in Metro Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I did want to bagel him in the second set and third set. I thought I had chances, but again, I'm very much happy for the win. I know he didn't play his best. I know he's not used to the fast indoor surface. He probably was extremely nervous with the cameras because it's by far probably the most, in a full match setting on YouTube recorded, non-YouTube short, probably his most important tennis match, along with my most important tennis match. But it was more home soil territory for me than him. It's very foreign to him. How much fast food do I eat? Way too much, Eric fan. Way too much. What do I do besides coach tennis for your career? I'm a software engineer, Thomas Price. Software engineer. Bro, was your fam? Was your fam? Was your fam, Karen? Would I ever consider coming to Virginia to play Dill? Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't drive my Tesla because I don't want to deal with the logistics of charging at a station when I could just fly. And I have enough credit card points racked up to where I think I could take like 5 free trips around the world, like nonstop, it seems like. So I definitely want to fly out to Virginia and work remotely in a hotel for my desk job, so I don't take PTO, and also play Dill. Would I? Yeah, I want to. Wasabi asks, so are you a Windows user or Linux guy, or maybe leave that for another channel? That's fine. I edit videos and photos on my MacBook Pro, 2020. It's 2021 version, 14-inch 2021 MacBook Pro. But I play video games and I stream on my PC. I'm waiting for the next World of Warcraft expansion to come out, so me, Brian, and Kevin, all tennis players, and Chris, he's been featured on the channel quite a bit, can play video games together. Hit a Discord member here today, New Jersey family visit, best community ever. Well, glad you didn't die, Karen. Disclaimer, if you die, not my fault. What's the difference between vCore and eZone? vCore is more power-oriented, almost like a Babla, but not that extreme. Where an eZone is a blend, quote, this is their marketing, I think, a blend of power and control. And the vCore Pro is definitely the most control-oriented out of the 3 lines. You said Ilya Marchenko commented on the video, in your tennis bag video. You did. Yeah, I did. He did. What did I study at college? I have a business finance undergrad from University of Wisconsin Whitewater. I did it in 4 years somehow. I partied way too much. I still kind of do. And I'm now a software engineer. So, whoopsie. I did a 360. Asa Murphy, love your content, Mark. I'm a recent relocated SE from Texas to NYC. Gonna be competing in a North New Jersey tournament this week. Oh, did you meet up with Karen? Was that you, Asa? This week, wish me luck. Yeah, glad I could help. Whether it's stringing, a little bit of analysis, tactics, or even just match play. Hopefully, I provide you with more than just $10 worth of information. Hopefully you found good strings, and hopefully you found a good racket, or maybe even good shoes based on my content. So thank you very much, Asa. Definitely appreciate it. Recently relocated from Southeast to NYC. Man, that is a very, very different locale. From Texas to NYC. All right, so competing in North New Jersey tournament this week. What level is that, Asa Murphy? Just curious. And what age did I start tennis? I started playing tennis at 3rd grade, so that's like age 8 or 9. But I personally didn't start like getting significantly better until I was 23 or 24. It was a maturity thing. Oh, it wasn't you. Okay. Well, Karen frequents New Jersey every now and then. So, Asa, if you're ever on my Discord, you could always reach out to Karen. I'm sure he's a friendly guy that won't murder you, but definitely appreciate the donation. More content to help you save some money, Asa, and get you informed in the near future. Deep down, we know Mark misses the racket he is stringing. Not really. I'm kind of let's just say this is a little bit of a preview. I don't mind giving you a little bit of preview. Let's just say I'm an Angel fanboy at this point. Have I watched the interview with Nick Kyrgios? Bits of it. I'm going to watch it a little bit later. By the way, great channel. A lot of really good content. Yeah. Slash01, thank you very much. I mean, the best I could ask for is you not necessarily throwing money at me like Asa did. I mean, if you want to, go ahead. I'll dance. I'll dance for $10. I'll twerk. Joking. Maybe for 20. But sharing this content and definitely liking and hitting subscribe if you haven't already. And you know, if you have any tennis friends that have any questions on equipment or strings or rackets or shoes, you know, send them to my channel. I'd be more than happy to help them out. It's a symbiotic relationship. You guys trust what I do, most of it. Like what I do, at least most of it. Hopefully 90% of it or more. And you guys get good entertainment and good value and information from it, right? What's that red device on the string? Want to buy one too? It's a String Weaver, Google String Weaver. It's a nice little tool. Very nice little tool. Mark Sanset, did you play D3 at your college? Yes, I did. I played 2 years at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater my freshman, sophomore year, and then I became a hitting partner and assistant coach my junior, senior year. Did I play D3 at my college? Yeah, if you didn't, do you think you could right now? I think if I was in as good shape and as I was in, let's say, when I was 2021, I think I could play as high as like number 4 at University of Wisconsin Whitewater, the men's tennis team right now. I'm much more mature now. I understand the game better, but I'm just not in as good shape as I was literally 10 years ago. Keep in mind, I'm 32. Wasabi says, if I ate properly for a month, I would bagel even Mike. Is that a challenge? Should I challenge? Should I like do a clean diet for like 6 weeks and see how far I could get? I only played 2 years in college. Yeah, I only played 2 years in college. Correct. Yeah, keep in mind, D1 is a big spread. There are some D1 college men's teams that can't even field a full team of 6 just because of a lack of interest. And also there's like Ohio State and UCLA that has turned out Maxime Cressy, Mackenzie McDonald, Marcus Giron, right? Cool hand Luke, low tension, low 40s first. What's the current racket setup? Low tension, low 40s. Low 40s is kind of low. I would start with high 40s, to be honest. I'll start with high 40s. Suggestions for returning to tennis after having the pandemic. Take it really slow, because at least for me, everybody's different. But for me, after I was cleared to be in public and slightly exercising, my lungs were burning after even just like walking upstairs at a somewhat brisk space. So how do I become a software engineer? I did some self-teaching online, and I got a lucky break because I was a sales guy at a software company. And I was bothering the software developers like, hey, what the hell do you guys do all day? And eventually I got a lucky break where a former software architect left the company I used to be a salesperson at and started basically like a new department at an old school type of company. So they needed an entry-level / intern person, and that's where I hopped in. Excuse me. Thomas Price, why did I choose a business finance degree? Well, I originally wanted to become an accountant, CPA. Bad idea. And I think it was my first semester junior year, I took intermediate 1. I got either a B plus or an A minus in intermediate 1, but the problem was intermediate 1 is like the third weed out class. I think for my college, at least back then, the weed out class was intermediate 2, and then tax, and then intermediate 1. So it was like theoretically the third hardest class I had to do. I was so proud. Let's just call it an A minus. I was so proud of my A minus. But I hated the course so much. I studied 4 hours. Let's see. I studied 4 hours a night, 4 days a week for a semester straight, memorizing shit like depreciation tables of like assets over like 5 or 10K. You don't need to memorize that because you could always look it up, but we were forced to memorize it. So wasn't a fan of that. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I quit, because if I kept at it, not only would I have been miserable, but I think I would have been locked in for an accounting life for the rest of my career. And software programming, the tech field, is so much not only more rewarding, it's in higher demand, and it pays much, much better, and it's so flexible, the things you could do as a software engineer after like 2 years of experience. Eric Fan, I'm in a situation where I want to play low D1. I'm 21, but I have my bachelor's degree. I didn't play in all 3 years, but I've made significant progress recently. There's nothing wrong with wanting to play D1 or any type of college tennis, but you have to understand that you are not going to become a professional tennis player. So go to school and play tennis if you want, but go to school with the understanding that your degree is kind of your entry point in how you're going to be making money as an adult for the rest of your life. I went from a 6 UTR to an 8 good, and that's really good improvement. So you think potential is there, but I'm not sure how hard you need to work to get from UTR 10. You got to play a lot of tournaments, Eric Fan. D1 guy spread from 8 to 14. 14 might be a little bit too high. I think UCLA guys at the higher end, I think top out at like 13, 13.5, I believe. Mark just did it the reverse way. You traditionally do a comp sci undergrad and layer top 5 MBA, then stack cheddar. Yeah, I'm not going to go back for my MBA. It doesn't make a lot of sense unless I want to be a CTO of a Fortune 500 company. There's fireworks going off right now. Either fireworks or guns. I don't know. It's actually pretty safe neighborhood. I'm pretty sure it's fireworks. Like my college E3 top player was an 11 UTR, whereas the D1 school in my town is 11 plus UTR playing 6. Yeah, that's again, both D3 and D1 colleges have a pretty big spread. My local university has a UTR 9.5s on the team that actually saw some action, but I don't know the skill gap between where I am now and a UTR 9.5. Eric Fan, what's stopping you from playing one of those local university guys for a challenge match, even if it's a non-lineup player? What's the worst that could happen? You got to go straighten them as you go. Yeah, whoops. Glad you got a career you like. Yeah, I like it. It's nice that there's an industry called tech recruiters that recruit people like me to get jobs. It's really nice. Eric Fan, personally making it on a college team at all is good, plus the NCAA has weird clock rules. Yeah. Mark Sansit, you are pretty cool. Thanks, dude. You're pretty cool too, Thomas Price. Isn't there a clock once you step foot on campus for when you can compete? I believe you have 5 for NCAA. I believe you have, again, no pandemic weird rules involved. I believe your first eligibility of a sport, you have 5 years to complete 4 years of eligibility of that one sport. I really enjoy watching your videos and talking to you. Yeah, I enjoy talking to you too. So I tried the new Prince Tours 100. Ooh, Prince, they still make rackets. And the 98, 310 is a hefty stick. I've been off for a month with a foot injury, but my arm is definitely feeling. Roundies and volleys were great. But yeah, it was probably hard to swing, kind of like the RF 97 nowadays. Who else does this? You won't find Ian Westerman doing this. That's a stab at Ian Westerman. All right. Have you ever thought about creating a tennis magazine with some other tennis content YouTube creators? Magazines are kind of a dying breed unless you're into Playboy. Even Playboy, I mean, there's adult sites for that. One of them kind of rhymes with YouTube, but the color, that's the opposite of blue. I'm not saying I'm going to make adult films with Dill plays Winston Du or Ilya Marchenko. I just made a really good OnlyFans idea. Anyway, magazines are a dying breed. I'd rather make YouTube content, TikTok content. I haven't even done TikTok in a while. I'd rather collaborate, kind of like with Dill, Real Tennis, Essential Tennis, and Winston Do. Scherzer Chore 98 was awesome and great balance between power and control. Have I ever, I played D3 for a year and then the pandemic, so I have 2 years now, but that was not that I graduated because of the pandemic. Well, at least you graduated. I mean, you having a degree is a lot more important than playing college tennis. Well, I'm glad you think I'm pretty cool, and thanks for the compliment. No problem. Joffrey Foster, I work in the field of data science. Ooh, might be a programmer here. Data science, Eric fan. So I'll go get my stats major anyway. The stats masters anyway, but might as well get on the tennis team. Yeah, absolutely. But you're there for school, right? Stole 310 grams is too much. Add strings, damper, overgrip. 310. I mean, if you're a strong guy, I have no problem with that. Maybe like a website or newsletter. I'm in the process of making a website because I think I have enough people for it and enough interest in it. But I need to think of how to like monetize it properly. I'm not going to do ads. I will not do advertisements on my website. They only sell the Prince tennis rackets on Tennis Warehouse. All right. If Mark is trying to sell something on a newsletter, it would work because it generates leads by getting people's emails. I wouldn't even do that, in all honesty. Are you looking for contributors for your website? Because I can do interviews. No. I'm not looking for contributors. I have an idea, but I can't say it out loud because it's still kind of an inception. But I would engineer the program. I would program the website myself, and probably with Brian because he's also a software engineer. He's a much better software engineer than I am. 998 members on the Discord. Could tonight be the night we cross 1K? If you guys like Discord, I do have a Discord. Keep that in mind. And we are 2 members away from 1K members, so just a heads up. Did I ever get PTR USPTA certified? Joffrey Foster, no, because I'm not a full-time tennis pro. I just teach outside on public tennis courts during the outdoor season. And I personally think, this is my personal opinion, not opinions of anybody else or anyone that I've ever previously or currently worked for. I think any type of PTR USPTA certification is one of the biggest scams in the tennis industry. It is a fucking joke in my opinion. What do you consider the GOAT and why is it Nick Kyrgios? It's not Kyrgios, it's Marat Safin and Fabrice Santoro. Website won't launch for at least another 18 months. I haven't even started architecting it yet. Vizinkar, what's up, dude? How about my boy Sinner shutting down Alcaraz? Sinner looked good, man. Alcaraz is no joke on grass either, so good for Sinner. Qué bonita la raqueta. Don't worry about the tension. Just two. So this is 2 out of 2. I'm gonna make. I think I can do a YouTube short tonight and publish it by tomorrow, and then recording the script for the Angel case I haven't read. And I'm gonna work tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm gonna do a full day because I'm hourly and it's 4th of July in America. But my parents are. Excuse me. My parents are driving up from Illinois to get breakfast at 9:30 in the morning. Oh, what did Wasabi retract? I was curious on that. You're gonna blow your load? Want me to grab you a towel, Francesco? So will the website feature tennis news and racket reviews? No, I'm gonna keep the reviews, tennis strings, tennis rackets, tennis shoes on YouTube. That's kind of what I'm envisioning. Do I ever light up my rackets? I experiment with it, but I've never happy. Should I take my kids to Six Flags tomorrow? They've never been. They want to go. Dude, Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois is always packed. Always packed on 4th of July. And personally, Gurnee is going to give me the fucking 10-day. This is why I don't want ads on my website. It's such bullshit. Karen, tomorrow, assuming this is Gurnee, it's going to rain. Like, pretty hardcore and thunderstorm tomorrow. I would suggest not doing that unless you and your kids want to have a chance of being struck while riding the American Eagle before you guys drop and get fried like lightning. I would suggest not going to Six Flags. So, yeah. That's my opinion, though. It's your kids. You do you. Michael Vizenkar, would I ever consider pursuing a career in medicine or healthcare when you're in college? Well, being Filipino-American, my parents wanted me to be a nurse. No, thank you. Even being like, let's say, a surgeon or a doctor, you have to go through 8+ years of schooling, mounds of student debt, and then you're tied to your work the rest of your life. Even if you're, yes, you might be making $250,000 a year bare minimum, but you take the Hippocratic Oath. You have to be in the office between this month and this month. You can't just like call in sick because you don't want to get out of bed, which is what I do sometimes. Don't tell my employer. Yeah, I mean, the biggest difference between IT and being in the medical field, at least in the US, is that it's not necessarily the pay. You get paid better, typically speaking, if you're a doctor in the US, but it's the freedom of doing whatever you want as an IT professional. There really is, Thomas Rice, there is a stereotype with Filipino Americans being nurses. I thought it was a joke at first, but like seriously, if I were to meet a Filipino American on the street and that Filipino American is between the ages of 25 and 55, there is a 50% chance that that Filipino American is a nurse. It's a thing. Didn't know that. But I'm not meant to be a nurse because I don't care about other people. Except you guys that are subscribed. I care about you. Historically, that might explain Ming Deity. That might explain the running stereotype that I've seen in Filipino Americans. I didn't know that. I didn't know the U.S. government brought Filipino nurses to the U.S. to fill shortages. I honestly didn't know that. Skillin, if you have a design in mind, making a website is pretty easy. But my design, the information that I would be displaying information for actually anyone to see. I'm not gonna put it behind a paywall. It's finicky to say the least. So it actually does require custom programming to at least obtain the information. Displaying the information is a lot easier. I mean, I would have to get the information, put it into a website database that's normalized, that's flexible, but also a little bit strict. That's the hard part. The easy part is poking a hole in the firewall, having my website be able to get that information in the database, probably Postgres, AuroraDB, Mongo, or maybe just regular Microsoft SQL, going to an API and getting that information. That would be the easy part, but it's getting that information in a somewhat automated way. That's going to be the hard part. How do I create a website? There's like a billion ways you could create a website. You could use plural sites. You could use, not plural sites, sorry. You could use Squarespace. You could make your own custom one. You could use PHP, all different types of platforms. But mine would be at least 75, not 100% custom. Yeah, Karen, it's not expensive, but it does cost money to make a website. Specifically, not just money, time and effort from expert people such as myself. WordPress is archaic. It works, but as a tech guy, I would never use it. It's too old school. Honestly, if you want to like make a website and you have like no desire to learn programming or no desire to like super custom make it, again, I'm not sponsored, but use Squarespace. The experience I've had with Squarespace is, for the most part, very positive. There are some things that this is like 2015. I use Squarespace for some custom things, one-offs for family friends of mine. Use Squarespace, not WordPress, in my opinion. Thomas Price. Use Squarespace. How expensive is Squarespace? I look it up. Again, I used it in 2015. I think in 2015, like their introductory rate for a website of like hosting, designing, you having an account to create a website was I think like $10 or $11 a month. So it's not that expensive. Do I like talking about socioeconomic, political state of the world? I do, but not in this forum. It's not. It's not appropriate in this forum. If you could bring back any racket from the past to be a remodel, what would it be? The 2007/2008 Babolat Pure Storm Tour. Let me see if I can bring it up. Was it 2009? Okay, then it's 2007. Okay, 2005. It's this one. This one. I don't know what year this is. I think it's 2000. It's something. This is honestly one of the best rackets, Karen. Oh my god. Karen, is this really you? Oh, not the Tour Plus, the regular tour. Babolat Pure Storm Tour. Is it 2007? I don't like the GT version. I wasn't a fan of the GT version. It's this one. This one. This is in my opinion, top 3, if not top racket ever made, at least for me. I'm like, I legit have nightmares about once every 2 weeks about selling 3 of these on eBay back in 2012. This is one of the best rackets ever made, in my opinion. Holy cow, yes. 11.8 strong, 63 flex rating, so pretty flexible. 21 millimeter straight, and 16 by 20. Such a good racket. I'm still trying to get my hands on an E-Zone 98DR. I'm talking to someone. I'm talking to a follower from my Instagram account who lives in Illinois. I might play him in a YouTube recorded match and then borrow that for a bit. But for me, this is one of the best rackets ever made. Again, for me. So it's this is such a good racket. Such a good racket. Yeah, they have the plus version, extended length. Why do you spell night like Noit? Because of, was it Nick Kyrgios in 2018 or 2019 Miami against Dusan Lajovic? He got in that altercation with a fan in the stands. Look it up. Is this the one that Sampras uses? I don't know what Sampras uses right now. I know I did hear Sampras used a Babolat for his like exhibition matches after he retired. I can't confirm or deny that it's this one, to be honest. Yeah, the Babolat Pure Storm Tour, again, for me, is one of the greatest rackets ever made for me. Definitely top 3. The Pure Strike, weight in grams Wasabi, is 335 strong, but it swings like it's 300, in my opinion. Babolat had a rendition. Let's see. Babolat Pure Control Tour. Babolat kind of released something very similar. The Babolat Control Tour, it seems like it's the same thing. 11.8. Let's see. 11.8. 12.75. Pretty damn close. 7 points headlight, 6 points headlight. 63 flex rating, swing weight 317, 333. Yeah, this is the more updated version. See if I can buy this online. Maybe I should do a review on this. It's pretty good condition, it seems like. $30 for shipping? There's a few of them. Yeah, maybe I should do a review on this. Maybe. Dunlop's Rexon CSV. Rexon CV. Does Dinner have a chance to beat Djokovic, Stephen Jacob? Only if Dinner has gluten contained. Otherwise, Dinner has no chance against Djokovic. A lot of CVs here. I don't know which one you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Thomas Price. I have a friend that lives in Florida, has a 10X caliber. I keep on hearing about 10X. Is that like a good manufacturing company? I think Sinner has a 25% chance of beating Djokovic. 25%. Self-taught, Stephen Jacob. Self-taught. Correct. Self-taught. What racket am I looking up? I was looking at some Dunlop ones. The green one. Oh, switch from Yonex to... Ooh. Ooh. Wasabi, what level are you, if you don't mind me asking? What, like, UTR, NTRP? Oh, the graphite is so good. I've never played with the 107 though. I played with the, I think the 93. It had like 14 mains. 10X has shit quality control and break easily, but will a replacement? I tried one out and it cuts through the air with zero drag. Is 10X really that good? How come I never heard of them until like 3 weeks ago? I'm like, Matt. not gonna spend $300 on a tennis racket. I might just borrow one from one of my mods, Tag. He's totally a Yannick's fanboy. I'm pretty sure he's sponsored by him. You live in Venezuela. I've been playing since I was 3 years of age. Left tennis for a bunch of years and came back in 20s. I'm glad you're back on it, Wasabi. Good for you. Applied odds from Vegas give Sinner 10 to 15% chance to beat Joe. Hey, I was close, right? 25%? That's pretty close. They're an Australian company, King. Well, Guttersnipe, thank you for calling me King. You're the king. Australian company, huh? How long does it take to get someone to the 4-5 level? I started playing last year and I'm undefeated and far at the 3-5 level. So if you're undefeated at the 3-5 level for, let's say, singles, you're probably a 4-0 at this point. There was an individual in the Milwaukee area who was a Division One college soccer player from Spain, and he picked up tennis around March of 2020 during the height of the pandemic, and now he's a 4-5 level tennis player. So that'll give you some insight into your question. When I was young, I could play at the 5-0 level. Now I'm more of a 4-5 that can put in trouble anyone on the court. Lefty with a deadly forehand. Ooh. Are you full of Western Wasabi? Just a question. Ian plays with Diadem. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So does Dill plays. No, I don't like Nick Kyrgios. I love him. Oh, speaking of which, I'm reviewing the Diadem Elevate Tour after the Angel K7 Red. So, yeah. Oh yeah, Kyrgios is mental. That's why I love him. He's mental on court. I think off court he's actually a pretty chill dude. Elevate Tour Diadem is my next review. Is it true that lefties generally have more spinny forehands than right-handed players? I don't know. I don't have enough stats on that to give like an honest opinion. It does seem that way, but again, I don't know. Who cares what it looks like? All right, I switch between them, but mainly semi-Western. Okay. Are these all your rackets that you're stringing, or whose rackets? These two rackets, these two E-Zone 98s, they're technically mine, but they are being bought by Kevin, who I played on my channel, the state runner-up in doubles. So I'm stringing it for him and giving it to him either tomorrow or Tuesday. Which diadem? I said the Elevate Tour. Yeah, he sold them someone on Discord channel. Kevin? No, he texted me on that. Near Kyrgios in top 50 players. Yeah, exactly. How do I like the Extreme Tours? Asked Francesco. I like the spin. I like the maneuverability. I hated the feel. It felt super hollow and cheap. So that's why I pass. Which woman will win Wimbledon? I haven't been paying attention to the women's draw too much, to be honest. I'm not surprised Iga Swiatek isn't in the tournament anymore. She's definitely more of a clay court specialist, not grass court. Did you say your website will focus on tennis? Yes, it will focus on tennis, Thomas Price. Who's hotter, Simona Halep or Paula, but I'm assuming Badoza? Oh, Badoza, by far. What about tennis will it focus on? It will focus on information on equipment, but not my reviews, because my reviews will be still on YouTube, mainly on YouTube. CC given to lenient of a penalty, just a point penalty for hitting a ball into the stands during the play. I personally think Tsitsipas should have been disqualified immediately. That's my personal opinion from what I know. What's the beer of the night? Goliath, Pseudo-Su, Pale Ale, Matt Rock. Matt, I haven't seen you in a while. When are we grabbing a beer? The best polyester string. The two best polyester strings I've reviewed so far, they're both around polys. Again, if price wasn't an issue, just pure performance. Technifiber Razor Code and the Yonex Polytour Pro, in my opinion. Get my Central Tennis book. Good. I've been mentioning it once, like page 420. Line 69. Nice. So, glad you're supporting local tennis and original tennis content, Steve and Jacob. Good for you. Did you get it signed, Steve and Jacob? Yeah, my reviews will still be on YouTube. I'm not shifting it off the YouTube platform as the main platform. It'll be not even. Yeah, it'll focus on information, not selling information, just displaying it in a really nice way. Tsitsipas should take a vacation from tennis and get away from his dad. Yeah, his dad seems pretty toxic. Austin Conlon, man, thank you very much. Welcome to the club. Hopefully, I can entertain and inform you to the extent that I don't bore you and you don't unsubscribe. So, thank you very much. Definitely appreciate it. You didn't get it signed? I'll sign it for you, Stephen Jacob. His whole family seems toxic. Probably. I mean, professional tennis families, professional athlete families don't seem like normal human beings for the most part. I feel like your boys didn't give you enough credit against Dill plays. You should have won 1-1 the last 2 sets. Yeah, like earlier in the stream, I was talking about, even though I consider Dill as one of my close friends now, even though he lives in Virginia, love the guy to death. I did want to double bagel him in the second and third set. Did I have opportunities to? Absolutely, especially being up 5-0 in the second set. Him holding... No, you know what? He hit 2 really good serves when I was up 5-0 in the second set. 2 really good serves. And I believe the last 3 points. One of them was an ace and one of them was a service winner, I believe. So probably not like realistic, but definitely like possible, if you know what I mean. But again, as a competitor, I don't want to just win. I want to absolutely dominate my opponents. What racket do I play with now? I'm still play testing quite a few things. I am writing up the tennis racket review of the Angel K7 Red after this live stream, and I should be recording it tonight, if not tomorrow, to be published by Tuesday at the latest. Austin Conlon, tennis is all Tsitsipas knows. Well, he does kind of look like Jesus. I mean, who knows? Maybe he could turn water into wine. Connolly Roach, dude, Mike was the first one to believe in Mark, and in my opinion, that fueled the fire even more. Thanks, Mike. Sweet. I'll take it. Did Dill play Division 1 in college tennis? Dill played at CNU. I believe it's a D3 tennis program, but super extremely competitive. I think he played like 4 singles. You might want to ask him in some of the videos. I feel like Bob and Mike Bryan and the Williams sisters had a better relationship with their family than Tsitsipas with his. Well, the thing is, like, Bob and Mike Bryan, they're mainly a doubles team, so they were already traveling as like a familial unit, and to an extent, well, that's hard to comment on because Stefano Tsitsipas has Petro Tsitsipas, right, the younger brother, but not nearly on the same level. That's hard to comment on. I mean, that is a good point. It's a good observation. I will tend to agree with that observation, given what I know, but I don't know why that is. His mom is a tweaker. Looks like she's on mad drugs, and his dad is a poor man. Sylvia's still alone. I feel sorry for his shits. Homie needs to divorce his parents. How do you divorce your parents? You're not married to your parents unless you're in Alabama, but I don't think you're married to your parents. Okay, Wasabi. Dill is such a great player, but he is no match for Mark at the moment. I think Dill should focus on playing faster courts. He plays on hard, true courts that are designed for slower gameplay and less damage to joints. Yeah, like, I've said this in the beginning of the stream. I've said this several times. And I'm still willing to admit that I definitely had home court advantage. That's why I'm going to travel to Virginia. Yeah, he's in Virginia. I'll travel to Virginia and play on his home court. I have no problem doing that. I just need time to. I'm not afraid to back down from a challenge. Like, I want that to happen. I want to play as the visitor. I want to be the bad guy. I don't know if you guys realize this. I love being the bad guy. I want to be the villain or the anti-hero. I love it. Most underrated tournament to watch in person. I'm assuming pro tournaments. I still haven't. The only pro tournaments I've watched are Toronto Masters, Indian Wells, and Western and Southern. I actually like Indian Wells the best out of the 3. Mark is the Riddler. Do I look like Paul Dano to you? But I really do like being I do like being the anti-hero. Like there's something like this is where I kind of feed into my inner curios, right? I love this is the best way I could phrase it in like Midwest American terms, but I love being hated to like a certain extent. Not like personally hated, but I love the energy of people being mad when I win a point, or when I win a game, or when I win a set, or when I win a tennis match, or when I win a tennis tournament. I love that feeling that people just like are so like triggered that I won something and they didn't want it, but I also earned it at the same time. Going to Toronto Masters this year. Oh, so men are in Montreal. Okay. They switch off every year. Yeah, since he's a blast, I like Indian Wells better, to be honest. I'm going to try and make it to Indian Wells next year. Yeah, let me know, Skillin. I might make it out to Indian Wells next year. Racket, my Racket Club has a ton of those hard true courts. I can give you some good advice on them. I actually grew up on clay as a junior about 25% of the time when I was training. So, like, I'm more well-versed in hard true American clay than most most Americans out there as a competitive tennis player. So I actually prefer clay courts compared to hard courts, both indoor and outdoor. Andrew Garfield should play Murray in the biopic. I could see that. Do you think it's hypocritical for McEnroe to criticize Kyrgios so much? I don't know, Steven. That's a good point. I don't think it's hypocritical because McEnroe is old now. I can see why it might be, but I personally don't think it is. Do you listen to rappers? If so, who? I listen to old school Drake, old school Eminem. I hate new Drake. Old school Kanye, and I listen to Whit Lowry and NF. He listens to I don't listen to Lil Kim. Eminem, Roman Revenge by Nicki Minaj. I never heard of that one. He listens to women rappers. WAP. Nursing home music. Cute as only. Lil Kim, Megan Thee Stallion. Who are the other female rappers that are complete flaming hot garbage nowadays? Sorry, if you think Megan Thee Stallion is an artist, you're borderline mentally ill. Roman Revenge? I will after the stream. I don't want to get a copyright strike. Remember to bring sunglasses. Nice, Wasabi. No Jabors or Ostapenkos. I'm not... Is it just me, or does Yelena Ostapenko like seem like an actual sociopath? Like to the almost to the level of Nick Kyrgios, but less entertaining when she's on the tennis court. Thanks for the pro tip. Megan is actually a killer when she freestyles, but aids when it comes to corporate commercial play. I don't even think freestyle is freestyle, to be honest. I'm just not a fan of her music or style. Bullshit Russian remix? Is that really a thing? Oh, Inception right here. Oh my god. Okay. First of all, what is this music playing right now? Seems horrible. Second of all, we're gonna listen to this. Because I'm pretty sure I won't get a copyright strike.
You want to look at me and talk? He said something to me and he wants to fight, he needs to do it. Then you better shut your fuck up, okay? He said bullshit Russian. You think this is normal? Bullshit Russian. He's a small kid who doesn't know how to fight. You have some problems, you go emergency toilet. Look at me. Hey, look at me, huh? You hit left and you don't say sorry, you think you're a good kid? You think this is normal? Then you better shut your fuck up, okay? Is that bullshit Russian? The energy you're giving me right now, guys, I think it will be enough for my 5 next matches. I mean, the more you do this, the more I will win. It's a joke you said? You said them as a joke, right? What did I do to get a call? What did I do? Oh, you're sorry. I think you killed someone, right? There's a drift shot. Then you better shut your fuck up, okay? Bullshit Russian.
Bullshit Russian. Oh my god, thank you. That was pure genius. Pure genius. Oh my goodness. Genius editing. Oh, that track just slaps like no other. This is being blasted in Ukraine. Woo! I would pay a cover to go into that club, just blasting it 24/7. Oh my god! I'm not gonna pull up Roman Revenge. That's how to get a copyright strike. I'll do it later. That was good. Woo! What do you guys think? Another masterpiece from the master. All right, guys, that is it for me tonight. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit like and subscribe. I'm sure everybody here is already subscribed to this channel if you haven't already. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a little bit something special with my podcast. I'm a podcast host. It's called the Tennis Undergrounds on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the major ones. I'll be doing like a Wimbledon week 1 review with my keyboard warriors, the people that have joined, the people that are joined my YouTube channel. I'll be doing a recorded podcast live tomorrow night around 8 p.m. Central Time. Live recorded and then published shortly after. So if you guys want to join that conversation, do me a favor and become a keyboard coach for, I think it's like only like $1.99 a month or something cheap like that. Just for emojis, conversation and podcasts and a few other perks. Obviously not necessary to enjoy my content, but you know, every dollar definitely helps. I will have the Angel K7 Red review out by Tuesday at the latest. And I'll have a few YouTube shorts, specifically the Nike GP Turbo tennis shoe. I think I'm gonna edit that tonight because it's a surprisingly different shoe based on my past history with tennis shoes in the past. So RSI repeated strain injury. No, I don't have any RSIs. Surprisingly, thank God. Knock on wood. That's wood, by the way. So if you guys haven't already, again, hit like and subscribe. And as always, guys, happy hitting.